Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode on the Wolterman Homestead. So we got a pretty decent project going on. We are making ourselves a outside seating area. Basically what it's going to be is we went and got these pallets from a local farmer just down the road yesterday, and so free is nice, and we've kind of tossed some ideas around and came up with a good plan so far. We're going to do kind of an L shape on the back, and we'll probably have a little bit of a middle table, and that's going to allow us to put our drinks there, food, and whatnot. But the end result of this is my wife is wanting to have a outside patio for putting up a movie home theater. We ordered one of those, and this will just be a nice place too, so we can relax, chillax, and all that. So what we're going to do moving forward is we're going to be cutting up the pallets, double stacking here, and then have a seating back area, or back in the seat, excuse me. And then we're going to go ahead too, and we haven't decided fully yet if we're going to make the cushions or buy some. So, but y'all, we got to start somewhere.
The tricky part right now is trying to piece and cut, I'm talking everything to fit. So that's kind of where we're at, because they are free, they are a little warm. So if you want to go to like your local hardware store, sometimes they sell them, and so then you can get all the same size, but we are not doing that.
This board here that we are cutting, we take the rugged pieces off each end, leaving ourselves with the 4 thick boards. And we actually had another pallet that we did this to as well, so they look similar. And this piece will end up becoming the back board, and I want to say we went with 26 inches in height.
Are you the supervisor?
No.
No? You chilling though?
Yeah.
What do you think of this project?
Okay.
It's good. So we ended up running to town, and we picked up 5 pallets from Rural King. Now we purchased those, they're about $5 a piece here. It's just so like the top is relatively even and full support all the way around, since this is going to be a sitting area. We did toss 2 pallets after we were kind of messing with them and playing with them. They just didn't seem sturdy enough. They seemed kind of rotted a little bit. So we are going to use the Rural King pallets on the top section. These bottom pallets are like heavy duty pallets. They're really, really strong. So that's kind of why we placed them on the bottom.
Here you can see that Dylan is just simply using screws, and he is screwing the top pallet to the bottom pallet, and he did this all the way around the whole sectional. Just simply using an electric palm sander to sand the top, this, and the sides of each pallet. That way there's no rough edges, and hopefully nobody will get any splinters or anything like that. If you don't have an electric sander, you can always just get regular sandpaper and just do it that way. the sound for this ended up being really bad, but here I am explaining how we are attaching the backboard that you're going to lean against to the bottom 2 pallets that you're going to sit on. This board that I'm touching right now is just a board that we had in the shed, and it runs pretty much the whole length of this one section of the couch, and we did this all the way around. So we screwed the top pallets into this board and then also screwed this board into the bottom pallets as well. And then Dylan kind of went at different angles just to make sure that it was screwed in properly, and then he shook it along the way just to make sure that it was strong and into place. Here he is with the board. You can kind of see it a little better here, screwing it on the 2 sections of pallets. We decided to just spray paint this project. I ended up using 10 cans of spray paint for this project, and I'm only painting the parts that you can see because these are treated boards, and it just kind of gave it a rustic look, which we're totally fine with. Plus it's going to be covered in cushions. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Plus I am talking to the lovely Sarah from Overlook Valley Homestead through Marco Polo. So if you have not checked out their channel, I will leave a link down in the description. Got the spray paint all finished. So we are finally finished with this project. We kind of got inspired by helping out my mom. She kind of did just the base that we did. So to do this project, we brought in soil, we put black paper down, and then we brought in some river rock, and then we did landscape timbers, and then the timbers have, what are those, brackets?
Yeah, a little 90
brackets just to hold it all into place. You know, we've shared before that our yard is really swampy and it just holds water, and so this is just kind of a dry space.
A happy dry space.
But so we have ordered a movie projector screen, and we're going to get a projector screen so that we can, you know, have movie nights out here, have bonfires, and have some really good family time.
Exactly. What started out as just a corner ended up being actually spectacular. It goes to show when you bust your butt and work hard, anything is possible.
Yeah, what do you think that we've spent on this project?
I would say upwards around $200.
Do you think?
I would think so. It's a gravel. Landscape timbers. Okay, maybe not $200.
I would think about $150.
$150.
So these cushions were at my mom's. She decided to go with different cushions this year, and so it is just 6 like patio seat cushions. I would like to eventually sew and make like large pillowcases for them because I don't particularly like the color and the style, but that's not something like on our to-do list at the moment, because I want to find a fabric that I like. But so that will be something that we'll end up doing, and I'll do another video on that and how I do it, because we kind of priced getting cushions or making cushions and buying foam and just doing that whole process, and it was going to be like $350.
Yes.
And that was much more than, you know, we wanted to spend. You know, as we shared, we got pallets and then we purchased some, so that was what, like $30, $35 in pallets that we purchased.
$30.
And then, you know, the wood that we used to help support the back post that was just scrap wood that we had laying around. The screws we had already had on hand. So, I mean, the biggest purchase was the soil and the rock.
Yes, so we did a heck of a job, very proud. It goes to show when you see what something can truly be, like this corner. It took me a while to see it, but like anything, highly encourage everybody, if you got to see what something can be, imagination, creativity, and of course we came out on top, and we're really happy with this, and it'll be a really nice addition to the yard for days. Hopefully it'll dry out soon with family and friends, and it'll be very nice.
Yeah. Throughout this whole process, he was not excited. He was not really. He was on board to like get a project done, but like not fully until we started getting things together. He kind of pictured it more. So like the paint that I did, I used spray paint to do the whole thing. I used 10 cans of spray paint. They're about $4 a can from Walmart. And I just kind of did like a rustic spray. I was not particular. I was not perfect. If that's something that you want to do, you know, you go ahead and do that. If you want to buy paint and roll it on or brush it on, you could do that. We just kind of did spray paint and just painted kind of what visual things you can see, because some of these pallets have been treated because they are heavy-duty farm pallets.
Yes, and that's kind of the end goal that I wanted to stay in, not having a budget, but you know, when you go buy stuff, it is fairly expensive, but there's always a way. You know, never give up, do your research, look and see what's out there, and if you can make it yourself and you got the time, do it. And believe me, when you put in forth the effort and take the time, and then the feeling you get out of it is astonishing. You'll love every bit of it.
You most definitely will. So thanks for joining us on this project build. If you try it yourself, have fun, be safe, and enjoy it, every moment of it, because then, you know, you reap the rewards.
Exactly. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. As always, take care.
And God bless.
Ta-da! Here's what it looked like before. We brought in some soil to help level out the space, and then we covered that in black woven fabric, and then we laid some river rock. We were able to do all of that in one evening. At the time, nobody had landscape timbers, so we had used some junk wood, but here is our finished product. We now have tiki torches wrapped around it, and it just looks amazing.